So I received a video a little while ago, and it kind of concerned me because, I don't know, why do people go through the effort to completely talk out of their ass, and completely fabricate, I guess, what I would call lies. So,
I am a natural doctor, and I have 1,600 patients. Many are vaccinated. Just to give you a little bit of backstory about my credibility. What I've seen so far and what I've learned is all information from physicians, medical physicians, natural physicians, and also immunization, virology doctors, things like that. And then also nurses. So what I'm about to share with you is the first vaccine, the second vaccine, and then the boosters and what it does to your body. The first vaccine, as it goes into your body, it has a small amount of saline and then a bunch of ingredients that are very catastrophic to your cellular system. What that does to your immune system, which is your bone marrow, your thymus gland, your spleen, and all other systems associated with your immune system, it decreases the ability to produce white blood cells by 50% from your first vaccine. Then 8 weeks later, which is white blood cell reproductive system, so your ability to make another generation of white blood cells is 8 weeks. That's why they set it up 8 weeks later, to hit it again. So you hit the white blood cell ability while it's down. So now what you do is now they decrease the saline in the second one, and they increase the harmful ingredients. So now you have a shift in the ingredients. So they decrease the saline and increase. So now there's a shift. And then what they do is that second dose attacks your ability to make white blood cells by an additional 25%. So now you only have white blood cell ability, like the ability to make white blood cells functioning at 25%. So you just wiped out 75% of your military and the ability to make that military. Then what they do is they set in the booster. The booster has 81 strands of foreign bacteria that your cells have never come across, so you don't have the antibodies to fight it, but you only have 25% of your white blood cell production to be able to fight it, so it's a losing battle. So then what starts to happen is you start to get chronic inflammation that goes to the areas that you had predisposition. So if you are someone that has gut health issues, that's your area that it's going to focus on, and you're going to have inflammation in the gut health. If it's respiratory, if you have tumor or cancer, or if you have, say, endometriosis, or you have a skin condition, whatever that is, it's going to inflame that area, because now the body has hit the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight, and the body is in a chronic inflammatory state with a low immunity and a low immune response. Then you get your second booster. What the second booster has, it has 8 strands of HIV. And now what that does is it completely shuts off your ability to make white blood cells. And if you Google what that disease is, it is HIV. So now we have people that are walking around with no immune system, no ability to make an immune system, 81 strands of foreign bacteria, and then also 8 strands of foreign HIV, along with all the other harmful ingredients, and then they remove all the saline from the first and second booster. Now, to make matters worse, during this process, 20 to 30% of the population is going to die every single series of this process. There's 4 series. They have 3 more boosters that are coming out, and the reason why is because once they make you so that your immune system can't make white blood cells anymore, you become dependent on the boosters to survive, just like someone becomes dependent on insulin. Big Pharma is looking for people that either die off to protect our population control, and then those that don't die off, we will have reoccurring customers for life with the boosters, so that they will be able to maintain income and collect the money back from all the funding that they put in to make these vaccines in the first place. So hope that was helpful. I hope that you listen to this properly, and I hope that you take the time to do your own critical thinking and just give it 2 to 3 years. Every single animal that participated in this study for any of these vaccines had a 100% death rate. And I encourage you all to just take a moment, look around you, and just wait it out. And let's just see what, let nature take its course, and let's just see what happens. Thank you.
So my question is this woman delusional? Am I delusional? I don't completely, obviously, believe everything she says, but even if a fraction of what she says is right, it's concerning to me, considering the amount of pushing for this vaccine and the wedges driven in communities and the shock and awe. Now, I know of a book called The Shock Doctrine by Naomi Klein. She's a Canadian writer but lives, I think, in the United States now. Anywho, basically they shock you, they awe you, like, for example, the fireworks of 9/11. They shock you, they awe you, people jumping out of buildings, just like the Tower card in the tarot deck. And yeah, so then as individuals, like I watch videos called The Academy of Ideas, and I watched some videos regarding mass psychosis. Now, people have claimed that I have psychosis because I have these particular beliefs about a dark, occult world that is aware of things that the majority of people are not, and that they have deceived the masses through the deceptive practices such as just faith. Just place your trust. Just place your trust in something and don't do anything about it, and everything will be all right. That's what I've heard. So I don't believe that. Therefore, I am acting in this world in order to hopefully make a change, because I am very concerned about the state of the world, and I'm concerned about robotics being used to kill people with artificial intelligence. I think that billionaires and, these people in this elite class, when you take morality completely out of it and they no longer even need to manipulate the sheep in order to get their will done, what you end up having when you have this and mercenary armies together is you have a very dystopian future, as well as all the other technologies such as voice recognition, facial recognition, just on and on the list goes. They're working on living forever. And you know what? The thing is that the Lords needed to serve, but someday here in the not too distant future, the Lords are no longer going to need to serve. And it's very concerning to me that he that has the means of production can make, these decisions, and has power and control. And morally speaking, eliminating a lot of the population of the world in order to live in a divine kingdom that, people are, they guide reproduction wisely, and they just live in a paradise on earth, just like the Garden of Eden. And they are an enlightened people, because they descend from the Brotherhood of Light. And maybe you'll think I'm just crazy, psycho for my beliefs. But I'll tell you one thing. If I'm fucking right, bad things are going to happen. So we got to stop just sitting around and waiting around, and we got to start making the changes that need to happen. And I believe that a real democracy could exist, not just something you make a decision about some elite person to, charismatically lead your country, hopefully, and make a bunch of policies and decisions that typically benefit their friends and family, because they come from an elite class. So I'm going to stop going on now, but I really think that we need to critically think about things, and I think that the vaccines, just trusting Lucifer, the deceiver, and trusting the staff of Hermes and occultism, hermeticism, is a very unwise decision as Homo sapien if we want the majority of the population to survive, because there have been genocides upon genocides upon genocides throughout history, and, we just found natives buried under our churches. So genocides exist.